Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your hosts, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Thursday afternoon. Welcome into the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside David Jones. We'll be with you for the next hour, as always, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. It has been a busy week. It has been a lot of information, a lot of bit of a surprising information dropped this week. But, David, actually, Auburn's got a football game this weekend.
We do.
If you can believe that. They will travel to Starkville to take on Mississippi State on Saturday night, 6:30 on ESPN2. So I thought it might be good to actually talk about that game a little bit.
Andy, you know that the drama is high when we hadn't even talked about the game Saturday and it's Thursday.
Yeah, that rarely happens. But it being an off week, it was 2 weeks ago, but the Arkansas game wasn't really. We didn't even touch on it. It was not really a whole lot to talk about in that game. But nonetheless, everything that happened, everybody knows. And, we had a basketball game last night, exhibition game. Auburn wins by 18 over UAH, 87-69. We can talk about that a little bit. We had a no-hitter last night in the World Series.
Yeah.
Only the second no-hitter in the history of the World Series. Yeah. Second only to Don Larson's perfect game in 1956 with the Yankees defeating the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Yeah.
So it was – I know we don't talk about baseball. I know, me and JJ are the only ones that, talk about baseball, but that's kind of momentous.
That is. And that down the line, when you're old and gray and still doing this show, that'll be one of your trivia statements.
That's true. Yeah.
It took 4 pitchers to do it.
It did. First ever combined no-hitter.
But my goodness, that 4 could get that done against a Phillies team that's just been killing the baseball.
This has turned into a really, really fun series.
Yeah.
Because you get 5 home runs in game 4 or game 3, and the Phillies just mashing, which I think that was tied a World Series record.
Yeah.
5 home runs in one game, and then you come back with a no-hitter. So very, very fun. I watched that game last night. Had a lot of fun with that.
And Andy, real quick, I saw a video. Did you see the video of the guy that was in right field when Harper hit the home run the other night?
The kid that almost caught it?
No, it was a guy filming it.
Okay.
And they showed the ball from off the bat, and it literally landed on the row in front of this guy.
Really? I did not see that.
To watch that,
pretty cool.
It was awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
Carnell Williams kind of introduced as the interim head coach. He was interviewed and had some really interesting things to say. I wondered, how he would handle this part of the job. I know Carnell knows football, and if there's one thing that everybody understands, he loves Auburn. There's absolutely no question. The man, he just absolutely loves Auburn, and he wants to do what's best for Auburn. And I thought his answers were just, spot on.
Are you talking about the Andy Burcham interview?
I don't know. I'm not sure who did the interviewing, but.
Well, on that Auburn Tigers app that you can have on your phone, there's a 12-minute interview with Andy Burcham.
Okay.
And Carnell.
This was like just him with the media.
Okay.
I think, the
there's some good quotes in there, but Andy, please find that and watch it. It literally brought me to tears. Him talking about his 2 sons, waking them up at 5 o'clock in the morning the day after to go to work, and just wanted to kiss them goodbye. And the one son said, "Daddy, you're the first black football coach at Auburn?" He said, "Yeah, I am." And the other son said, "Yeah, but it's only temporary." And he was laughing about that, but
from the mouths of babes.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. He loves Auburn. He does. And in hindsight, Andy, don't we wish he had an extra week? If this had taken place at the bye week, he wouldn't have had an extra week, but he'd have had another week to to get the team ready to play some football. Sure. I mean, they're going to come out Saturday and
– yeah, how will they when you watch the game against Arkansas and you watch the game against Mississippi State, obviously it's a road game, it's a home game. It's two different teams you're playing against. But you just wonder how much different will it look? And, will it look any different at all? And what can you do to try to make it look different if you're Carnell Williams? So
I know one thing they're going to do. They're going to run the ball more. I saw a quote from one of our inside guys that's in the building, and he said when they came out of that first team meeting, one of the running backs with this big smile on his face said, "We're about to run the blank out of the rock." Now, how does that equate with our offensive line?
Yeah.
I think what we're going to see.
It's a nice idea.
It's great. Yeah, it's great. Well, here's what I think, Andy. I think you're going to see a team that's more unified. I think you're going to see a team that's going to put forth a greater effort because I'm talking from a coaching standpoint now. I know what they went through, and you said this. We saw this. The vibe was just dead with the team because of all this crap. And it will not be dead Saturday. So regardless of the outcome, we're going to see a great effort, great unity. And Carnell said it. He said, we're going to have fun no matter how many games we win. So I can't wait till Saturday just to see what we're going to see. So
I was just kind of texting back and forth with a friend of mine, a girl I went to Auburn with, who lives out in Texas now, but she keeps up with it and watches it all the time. But we were just kind of talking, and she said, "Yeah, I read that they had like their best practice Tuesday." Mm-hmm.
I saw that. Yeah.
And what does that mean? I don't know. How do you qualify that? I don't know. But it's like I told her, I feel like a weight has been lifted. I can't imagine what the locker room feels like.
Oh, yeah.
So it just seems like that there's just an enormous amount of negativity has just kind of been put to the side for a minute.
Yeah.
Now, they're still 3-5, and they're still 1-4. Yeah. And the season's, the season's shot.
Yeah.
But it just this definitely feels like the temperature of the room has been dropped down a little bit, and everybody can kind of relax a little bit, and maybe and I will say this, they do this thing at the stadium, every week where they do this masked singer, where the guy, a player will have a helmet on, you can't see who it is, and they'll sing this song like karaoke, and you got to guess who it is. And this week, and it's been, there have been some. Luke Dill was really, really good when he did Wagon Wheel.
Yeah.
But
Saturday was awful.
It was not good, but it was hilarious. But it was Jarquez Hunter. And then they flash it down, and him and Tank, look, the score was we were behind. It was clearly the game was not going in the right direction. But the guys are, they can really, you can still take a moment to just sit back and have a fun moment. Somebody might, look at that and say, well, those guys need to be serious on the sideline. Just for that moment in a season like this, I'm glad there's still, some joy.
I thought it was great.
Yeah. So.
And Andy, of course, I am a professional musician, and I'll tell you how bad that was. That was a song that everybody knew. But he got 2 or 3 lines into it, and I'm going, what song is this? That's how bad it was. But to see the smile on Jarquez Hunter's face. But I want to go back to one more thing before we move on that Carnell said to Andy. But I don't want you to watch that. Andy Burcham had asked great questions, and he said, Carnell, what was your message to the team? That first meeting, and Carnell said 3 things. Family, we're going to get back to family, Auburn family. 2, relentless effort. And get the 3rd thing Carnell said? Recruiting. Mm-hmm. He said, we've got to win our battles in our backyard. And he said, you know what I told our players? I told our players that y'all are the best recruiters that we have. When these recruits get on campus and get in front of you guys, you're the best recruiter on this staff is you. I thought that was brilliant. And that he mentioned that kind of gives us an idea of the main thing that's been missing.
Well, if it's relentless effort, we'll see better tackling Saturday than we saw.
Oh gosh,
last Saturday
couldn't be any worse.
Well, since we're on that, I'll say this: we're up against a break. One thing you want to see from the team Saturday, a question posed to Carnell, head coach of Auburn University, Carnell Williams. Yeah. Well, honestly, what I told those guys, what's going to make me happy the next 4 weeks, there's no promises. I don't know if we're going to win a ball game or not. One thing that's going to make me happy is if we play good football and hard, Auburn football. That's what I want to get these kids to do, man, play hard and compete. At the end of the day, I told these kids, win, lose, or draw, if we do that, not only will we make ourselves proud, but I know the Auburn family will be proud of us too. Mm-hmm. Want to be considered for the permanent head coaching job was the question asked of him. Honestly, all I'm trying to do is win a football game this week and do my best for these players and this staff and the Auburn family. Honestly, I'm taking it one day at a time, literally 1 minute at a time. I'm not even focused on all the what ifs. I'm honestly being where my feet are, not only myself, but this team. Perfect answer.
See where your feet are.
Perfect answer.
I love that.
We got to take a break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Concrete Basement and Walls, LLC, 205-229-0234. Call owner Eric McKenzie now to get your free quote now. 205-229-0234. Concrete Basement and Walls, LLC.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, it's Brett Pritchard, and I'm here to tell you all about Sims Foods, who you know better as Wickles Pickles. Wickles Pickles, that 90-year-old recipe, wickedly delicious. Relish, okra, and pickles. From Saturday sandwiches, tailgate snacks, to holiday dinners with your family and friends. From their family to yours, Wickles Pickles, those wickedly delicious pickles.
Wickles Pickles, wickedly delicious pickles.
Concrete Basement and Walls LLC, 205-229-0234. Call owner Eric McKenzie now to get your free quote now. 205-229-0234. Concrete Basement and Walls LLC.
No monthly payments till after the holidays at Glenn Smith in Opelika.
Enjoy big discounts on Chevrolet Buick and GMC SUVs. How about a brand new Chevrolet Buick or GMC with no payments till next year? New Chevy Equinox as low as $329 a month. New Buick Enclaves up to $5,000 off. New GMC Terrains up to $6,000 off.
Get 0% financing, no payments till next year at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you for about 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. You can always catch us on WOTM or WAXC TV on your Spectrum cable dial, or you can always dial us up on the Sportz Blitz Facebook page. That's Sports with a Z, and comment away. We appreciate all of you out there being with us each and every day. We are brought to you today by Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team, saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage. Give them a call today, 256-397-0248, 256-397-0248. Let's see. Wes says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Has John had a press conference yet? Hail State, but I still love you both in Auburn. Yeah, Wes, I think he has been introduced. John Cohen, he was introduced kind of at the basketball game last night. But I don't know if I've officially heard him speak yet.
I haven't seen anything.
So I haven't seen anything public about that. That's a good question. What was your opinion of John Cohen? Wes, since you're a Mississippi State guy.
I can tell you that. Wes thought it was a great hire for Auburn.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He made a comment on that and backed me up. But I asked him that on Facebook in a private message, and he said it's not a good hire. And I went, oh crap. He said it's a great hire for Auburn. So, and I think highly of Wes's opinion.
Well, when Bruce Pearl and Butch Thompson are so adamantly to come out and say and support of it, and I mean if Butch Thompson, is about as good a human being as you'll ever find. He's just a really, really, really good guy. So when he, backs up somebody and gives them that kind of support, if you're an Auburn guy, you got to look, I'm going to give this guy a chance.
He knows firsthand, Andy, because he worked with him.
Right.
So, and then Bruce, and of course somebody said, well, what else are they going to say? Well, they could say nothing, but they didn't. They came out and endorsed. That's another great move by Butch and Bruce to unify the Auburn family in this time of difficulty.
Yeah.
So
what, and ultimately athletic directors, I think we always look back. They may raise $1 billion, over a 10-year period. Mm-hmm. They may, facilities may get better. Other sports, minor sports may flourish, but when we always look back, what are we looking at? Well, who did they hire as a football coach?
That's right.
Who did they hire as a basketball coach? Who did they hire as a baseball coach?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of times that comes back to who, and people are going to say, well, John Cohen hired Mike Leach. He hired whoever, I can't even remember the guy's name. He was only at Mississippi State for a year and a half or 2 years, right? Moorhead, Joe Moorhead.
Yeah.
He hired those two guys. That's not the end-all, be-all of everything that a athletics director does, but that is going to be the highest profile thing. So, I mean, welcome to Auburn, John.
Yeah.
Now hire us a football coach
Jump
that
in to both feet.
that will win a championship. I mean,
Well,
good luck.
I think, look, I've always been intrigued by Leach, and it was a gamble by John and look, Mike Leach is a great football coach. He could sit down with us, Andy, and in about 5 minutes, my brain would be exploding from an X and O standpoint with Leach, especially on the offensive side of the football. Like Harsin, he might just not be the greatest fit for the SEC. So, but we're in a situation right now, and I know we talked about this ad nauseum yesterday, but we're in a situation right now, we've got to hire a dog. We got to hire the alpha, preferably that has SEC experience and knows the landscape of our conference, is not afraid to recruit against Nick and Kirby, and can get it done. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
I don't mean, I hate to. Sometimes I don't mean this condescending at all, but I think it's reality. If you're at Mississippi State, you need a niche. I mean, you need a niche in football. I don't know if you can honestly. I mean, the baseball championship was the first championship of any kind ever, right?
Yeah.
National championship. So if you're a football program there, you can't legitimately say, oh, well, we want a guy to come in to compete for the national championship every year. That's not realistic.
Yeah.
Leach is endlessly entertaining. Now, he can be, he can be a bit wacko sometimes.
He's eccentric.
But he's eccentric, but he's very entertaining. He's got a niche. When it works, I mean, they beat Texas A&M and brains in, and they beat Arkansas's brains in. It's just being consistent a little bit. I don't think that's a bad hire at Mississippi State, and I still don't.
Yeah.
I think there's still some opportunity there for them to, get back. That loss against LSU was not good. In hindsight, I mean, LSU was not playing real well, but they're
pretty spiffy now.
Yeah, they are. So, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. This is an Auburn show. Did you keep up with the basketball game last night? It was not televised.
I was playing a gig at Botanic in Opelika, which is a wonderful place, by the way. And my good buddy James Bartley, who's a season ticket holder, he was texting me, and I was just checking him on my break. I told my wife, I said, basketball score, find it. And she says, I'm at choir practice. Okay, I forgot.
Priorities, David. Come on.
Hey, church choir practice and I said, oh, I forgot. But, here's the thing. You want to jump into that now?
Sure.
From a stat situation, we're definitely going to shoot the ball better.
Didn't shoot the ball well from three.
There's some other positives. I can get into that in the next segment.
Push it over to the next segment.
UAH is a solid team, but they're not anything like we're going to see down the line, so it's a good one.
Up against another break here on the Auburn Blitz. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 30 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Brought to you each and every day by Big Fish Real Estate for all your real estate needs here in the Lake Martin area. Beautiful Lake Martin area.
Absolutely.
There's real estate's kind of hard to come by right now. But soon to be some more lots opening up, I think. But Big Fish Real Estate, if you're looking for a place, they can help you. They're the ones to give a call, 551-BIG-FISH, or look them up, bigfishlakemartin.com. We're talking about Auburn had an it's just an exhibition basketball game last night. Rocky, name that movie.
That's right.
Okay. 87, Rocky IV, by the way. 87-69, Auburn defeats UAH, the University of Alabama, Huntsville. We were talking about the shooting for Auburn, not a great shooting night. 29 of 62 for 46.8%. 6 of 27 from three, only 22%
Ouch.
From behind the line. And 23 of 34 from the free throw line. Like to see that number get a little bit better too. Yeah. But getting to the line 34 times, double your opponent, that is a good sign too, I think.
Absolutely. You know, it's funny, Andy. I watched that interview with Nathan King with Bruce. Did you see that one?
I did not.
Okay.
Oh, I did. Yeah. And when he said, "I've never been happier at a place."
Yeah, that's right. But two other things that he said I thought were spot on. And this was before the exhibition, obviously. He said, "It's my job to get them open shots. It's their job to make them. We got to make more this year than we did last year." Case in point. And then he said, I've always tried to finish higher than my pay grade.
Yeah.
And he said, now that I'm third in the conference, it's getting hard. I mean, Calipari's 1. I think Rick Barnes in 2. He's just ahead of Buzz at Texas A&M with salary. So, Bruce, you got to finish third or higher this year. But I thought that was hilarious that he would bring that up and laugh about it. But
he just every time I hear the man speak, I'm like, Auburn is, how in the world did we back into this guy?
Yeah, how fortunate.
I mean, he is he just lauds Auburn and talks about how much he loves it. He never said, I've never loved living anywhere more than I do. I love the people. But he made it clear. He said, look, I could have gone somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
And he said there were some jobs that were available. And he said, but, Auburn wanted to lock him down. And I'm so glad that they did.
Absolutely.
And we don't really have to worry about that anymore. No. And he's going to be the coach, and he can coach for 10 more years.
Absolutely.
So,
and Andy, here's the other thing about Bruce. Bruce is not afraid to get out in the community. I mean, the night that my wife and I ate dinner at Botanic right after they opened, the owner was giving him a tour through the new restaurant, and I caught his eye. We waved and pointed at one another, but he gets out in the community. He's not worried about, I got to lay low. I need to, forget that. That's not Bruce Pearl. Bruce Pearl, you're liable to see him anywhere in Auburn.
And I don't think Bruce Pearl's ever laid low in his life.
No.
And
I love that.
Let's go to the phone line. Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Hey there. How y'all doing today, Andy and Coach?
Hey, James.
Doing good, James. How about you?
All good. I was listening to Rob Pate on the radio a while ago before y'all started, and they asked him his choices. And he said, well, he named Deion Sanders first and gave his reasons, which were similar to what everybody else is saying about, getting attention and getting in to talk to the mamas and everything, and which I thought was a valid point, I guess. And then he brought up Kiffin. And he went through, how good he is on offense and working the portal and this, that, and the other. And those are the only two he named. And that didn't surprise me. I know Rob a little bit, but I'll tell you, it may be somebody sitting out there that coaches in America that I don't know about, but there's not too darn many. And I can tell you this. I think we're gonna get that job done pretty quick. I want him to get the right person, obviously, but I really think that person's there. We just gotta identify them, make sure they can walk through the landmines, and be at home here and get us back going. We've always turned fast. When they went from Chiswick to Malzahn, they turned it quick. This has got, the COVID thing threw a monkey wrench into everybody's, not just Auburn's. But we usually, if they get the right coach, we can make some of these people that say we're going to be down for 10 years eat that. And that's what I want us to do. I think that's what we all have on our mind. And the quicker we get to doing it, the better I'm going to like it. So anyway, hope y'all have a good day. And, Coach, I'm going to have to come down there and we need to go to Oscar's and eat sometime. I love that place. We come out of Auburn the back way, that way up, up through by the turn on there, 49, it goes over to Dadeville. We started eating at that place after the game. Man, I thought I had stock in it for a while. They put out some good food.
James, they know me by name over there for sure, so we can definitely do that.
Right.
Name the day, James.
That's
we'll
right.
meet you there.
You just let us know.
Okay, will do.
All right, brother.
Appreciate it, War
Thanks,
Eagle.
man.
All right, thanks. War Eagle.
Yeah, look, to James's point, I mean, you go back, look, I think Barfield was 5-6.
Yeah.
His last year, Pat Dye was winning the SEC.
Yeah.
And, and 3 years later, in 1983. Terry Bowden, the roster was still good. And here's the one caveat, which is the rosters around the SEC were fairly even back in the 90s. I mean, you had some that had, a dynamic player or two or three here or there. Florida started getting some loading up on receivers and whatnot. But the rosters were fairly even. So, it was just a different mindset. It was a different offense. When Terry Bowden came in, immediate success.
Yep.
Right now, I mean, Tommy Tuberville inherited a roster that was depleted. But still, took him 2 years. He was in the SEC title game. So, to James's point, we turned it around quickly.
I got one word for you. Tennessee.
Yeah.
I mean, how bad were they?
They turned it around pretty quick.
Who's number one?
Dynamic
in the country,
quarterback. Dynamic
Well,
quarterback.
exactly. You made that point exactly.
Up against another break here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
At CNT Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce, because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
76% of nurses say they went into the profession because they wanted to help patients. No matter the reason you decided to become a nurse, you have all the tools needed to advance your degree at Jacksonville State University. Our Master's in Nursing program is now offered fully online and can be completed in less than 2 years. You can customize a flexible course schedule so you can receive your advanced education degree all while working on the front line. JSU Nursing, your opportunity to advance your career and serve your community.
Country Clipper zero-turn mowers are designed for comfort, accessibility, and ease of use. Only Country Clipper offers your choice of steering options with industry-exclusive joystick steering or twin lever steering. Their patented stand-up deck, standard on every model, allows for quick access to the underside of the deck for routine maintenance. With a wide front step and optional handrail, getting on or off your mower has never been easier. Stop by Fun Carts of Opelika today for a test drive. Country Clipper mowers, designed for you. Fun Carts of Opelika, located at 618 Lee Road, 113 in Opelika, Alabama.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house you need 3 things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually 4. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
2 nights, 1 weekend at ATL Live. Friday, November 11th, his first concert ever at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Billy Joel. With Lionel Richie and Sheryl Crow. And Saturday, November 12th, 8-time Grammy winner Chris Stapleton with Miranda Lambert, Dwight Yoakam, and more. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss ATL Live, powered by Ticketmaster.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogrooom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the River Region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker, 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 Brubaker.
You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 20 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We are brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center. They got 10 locations around central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do-It Center today.
Andy, that was a fantastic break that we just discussed. Andy has broken.
I hate you missed it.
Hey, Andy has broken down the financial ramifications and what it would take to get the top 3 candidates, and I'm just sitting here going, "That's spot on. That's spot on." We'll talk about that at some point.
Hey, okay. So James was talking about turning around quick, and I mentioned that in the previous segment. The rosters now are not equal.
No.
That was my point.
Yeah.
Alabama's is clear. Alabama and Georgia are way ahead of everybody. LSU's not far behind, but they're up there. And then, Auburn has decreased the last couple of years. Now, with the transfer portal, you can replenish, as Lane Kiffin said, in his, when he was asked about the Auburn job, which he did not. All he said was, "We don't talk about that." But he did say, "I'm happy." Of course, he said, "I'm happy at Oxford, at Ole Miss." But so Auburn's roster is about where Arkansas's, and I mean, we're above that, but we're about sixth, seventh as far as roster. So it would take a portal king, to go in there and raid. That's what Deion has done at Jackson State. That's what Lane has done at Ole Miss. Okay, so there's a check in both of their boxes.
Yeah.
I don't know, could Hugh Freeze do that? Could Matt Rule do that? Could Mark Stoops do that? The only thing about Mark Stoops, I think he's proven to be a really good coach. But as JJ, we were talking before the show, he's a slow builder.
Yeah.
He's a slow builder, and he's not a dynamic recruiter. He's not a guy that's real flashy.
And Andy, can I say this about Matt Rule real quick? Because we had to mention his name. Do you know what his record is against big-time Power 5 opponents when he was at Baylor?
I do not.
0-11. No. Sorry.
Yeah.
And he wasn't that far over 500. I don't know what the allure is with Matt Rule. Matt Rule's off. He's
Baylor was doormat.
He did.
After Briles and everything that happened.
Rebuild.
They stunk, and he rebuilt them.
But
and he
0-11.
rebuilt Temple.
Yeah.
So he is a builder.
He's a builder.
But to your point, you got to win some of those games when you get to a higher level. So I'll just reiterate.
I just had to interject.
Since David was so impressed with my analysis, I'll pass it along. You tell me.
Absolutely.
Like I said, what John Cohen and I'm sure everybody is doing is saying, okay, what's the pros and cons? What's the cost analysis? What's the benefit? Is it worth what we're going to have to pay? So Lane Kiffin makes $7.5 million at Ole Miss. It's going to take, in my opinion, at least 9. We might, in order to get him out of Oxford, have to offer him 10 years at 7 million, 10 years or 7 years at $10 million.
Yeah.
So it may take a $70 million contract to get him out of Oxford. At most, I would, you're certainly not going to pay him more than that. But somewhere 9 to 10 for 6 to 7 years. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of money. Is he worth that? Okay, so if you're going to pay him 10 for a $70 million contract, Deion Sanders, he's making $500,000. He's already a millionaire. You could probably offer him $4 million a year. It's his first big time job. Mm-hmm. That'd be good pay for a first time big time job. It's 4 years, $600,000. 4 years, $4 million for 6 years, and maybe offer him a $250,000 raise every year, so that if everything goes well, we'll just you're going to make a lot more money and everything's going to be good. Mm-hmm. And if everything goes really, really well, we'll renegotiate. Mm-hmm. So Hugh Freeze, he's making $5 now at Liberty. Offer him, you could probably get him for $6. 5-year deal, $6 million a year, $30 million for him. So is Lane Kiffin $40 million better than Hugh Freeze?
I don't think there's any way we can answer.
I mean,
that.
Are you really? I think I've been impressed with what he's done at Ole Miss, but just for cost analysis, that I just don't. I'm just not. I can't see that.
The penny pinchers are pulling their hair out right now if they're listening to you, Andy.
Maybe so.
It's if Lane Kiffin does what I think he could do at Auburn, I think we, as a university, how much money has, and I'm not comparing Lane Kiffin and Nick Saban, I'm not saying that, but how many gazillions of dollars has Nick Saban brought to the University of Alabama? I'm just saying, as big as football is in this state, if Lane came and set it on fire at Auburn, we'd make every bit of that back.
Yeah.
If he didn't, that's a lot of money.
There are no guarantees.
No.
Are you, I think the only thing that I would guarantee, I would feel comfortable saying I guarantee that if Lane Kiffin came to Auburn, Auburn would, in a couple of years, have a really good offense. We would never play defense, because his teams never play defense. But we would have a really good offense. We would be in the top 2 or 3 in the offense in the SEC.
If he could outbid A&M for Durkin, wink, wink.
I think we'd recruit pretty well. I think we'd recruit very well. Top 5 in the SEC. If Deion came, I think we'd recruit the top 3 in the SEC, if not the top 2. I don't know what we'd do on the field. You got to balance it out. What do you mean?
We could do a whole show on this. I mean, that's a lot to uncover.
We got 4 weeks to figure it out.
That's right. We'll have, by the Iron Bowl, we'll have it figured out.
Don't go anywhere. One final segment of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
Hey guys, this is Nate Paz with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David with you, taking you up to 1 o'clock. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. As we mentioned, Auburn is going to play Mississippi State this weekend. They are going to start.
Still hadn't talked about the game.
Still hadn't talked about it. We talked a little bit about it, but not a lot
can
about it.
knock it out tomorrow.
Yeah, Brett and I are probably going to have to hash this out tomorrow. But just initial thoughts. You know, look, Mississippi State is who they are. They're not going to try to run the ball a whole lot. Auburn, we mentioned that 2 years ago. Kevin Steele kind of employed that we're going to rush three and kind of hold back, and then we're going to blitz, you know, and try to be in certain situations. And it worked. And, Auburn, of course, Auburn, you know, scored some points in that game.
Yeah.
Last year, everything was going great. We were killing them. And Derek Mason, you know, stuck with that. We're going to rush three. We're going to drop 8 back in coverage, and it was a disaster.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
Andy, it's you know, we call them exotic blitzes. So I'll just say I'm mixing it up. I might rush 3 and drop 8 on first down and bring the house on second down and man everybody up. You know, I don't make the big bucks to make that call. All I know is this, and I told you this at the break. It seems that Leach, they always have a guy open, somebody.
Yeah. By design. I mean,
there's a million
sit in
options.
the zone.
Yeah. So it's like Mark Freeman at Thompson, who I grew up with and respect. You know, that joker has so many options off of the plays that they run. There's usually somebody open. That's the same with Leach on a different level. So pressure on the quarterback, I think, is absolutely key. On the other side of the ball, Andy, if this renewed running attack that the players are so excited about, if the offensive line can find a way to open some holes for Jarquez and Tank, and we control the clock and finish drives with scores, we can win the football.
We have run the ball better the last couple of times, like against Ole Miss and Arkansas.
Yeah.
I've got one. Let's squeeze this phone call in.
All righty.
Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
There you go, guys.
Hey, Bo, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'll be brief. I know we're short on time. But I think you're going to see a little different products on the field Saturday night against Mississippi State. Like Coach used to tell us when we were growing up, he said, if you make a mistake, you make a mistake wide open. Right. And I think that's what you're going to see. And I was thinking back, I'm kind of dating myself a little bit, but back when Suge was coaching in 72, he said, I want you to play with reckless abandon.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that's what you're going to see, I hope. Win, lose, or draw, I think they're going to have fun, and they'll be excited to be on the field, and I just hope we get them. And I'll let you go, and love your show.
Appreciate it, Mo. Thank you. Yeah, there are no expectations. I mean, you can turn it loose. You can play free. Everybody expects you to lose.
Yeah.
So go out there and, put it all on the line and play every play, like Carnell said, every minute.
Yeah.
Just take it minute by minute.
To Bo's call, and I said this earlier in the show, the enthusiasm and the effort are going to be on another level from what we've seen the past few weeks. There's no question in my mind because of the Carnell factor. Can we scheme up enough with the talent that we have to win 2 or 3 of these games? How cool would it be if we ran off the next 3 and got a bowl bid? I mean, that would just of course, half the fan base would say, hire Carnell.
Yeah,
and that's not the answer. No. I think Carnell needs to be at Auburn in some capacity. But, my goodness, let's just go into it with a renewed mindset like the players have and enthusiasm and support these guys through this difficult time. Yeah.
As Carnell also said, this is not ideal, but it is what it is. So let's try to make the best.
You know what else he said, Andy? Just real quick. He said, through difficult times are incredible opportunities. So
that's like saying, sounds like something Mike Dubose. No, I'm kidding. It's a great opportunity.
Ruined that.
It's a great challenge, but a great opportunity. The times have changed, David. Times have changed. Okay.
No question.
1934, Lou Gehrig hit 363 with 49 home runs and 165 RBIs, won the Triple Crown, and did not win the AL MVP.
Who did he piss off?
I don't. Mickey Cochran won the AL MVP, batting .320 with 2 home runs and 76 RBIs. I'm going to say that again. Lou Gehrig hits 363, 49 homers and 165 RBI, and did not win the AL. In similar fashion, 1942, Ted Williams, 356, 36 home runs, 137 RBI. Again, Triple Crown winner. Does not win the AL MVP because second baseman Joe Gordon for the Yankees wins .322, 18 homers, 103 RBI. What is wrong with people?
Unbelievable.
I mean, maybe they took it really to heart. I mean, maybe they would have thought the Red Sox were going to win whether Williams had this great year anyway. I don't know, but how do you not vote the Triple Crown winner AL MVP? Twice.
We thought voting problems just started recently.
Shenanigans. Happy birthday today, Bronco Nagurski, the Nagurski Award. Bob Feller, all-time great pitcher. Charles Bronson. Don't get on his bad side.
No. Yeah.
He'll kill you.
Yeah.
Dirty Dozen and Death Wish.
One of the first movies that I ever saw in the movie theater was Dirty Dozen.
Is that right?
With a bunch of my buddies.
Great movie.
It was.
All-star cast.
Yep.
Jim Brown.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, when he sprints and drops the grenades,
and he gets shot.
Only Jim Brown.
Yes.
He was fast.
The great Lee Marvin as well.
Yep.
Annetta Corsant, who is Helen Crump from Andy Griffith.
Really? Okay.
She also, in her debut, I think movie debut, along with the great Steve McQueen, one of my all-time favorites in 1955, The Blob.
The Blob.
Yeah, the original. She was in that. Roy Emerson, I think he's got 12 Grand Slams. Larry Holmes, he knocked out Muhammad Ali.
Yes, he did.
It was ugly fight. Dwight Evans played for the Red Sox. Dennis Miller. I would come up with some kind of reference, but I don't know him. Phil Simms, great quarterback. Dolph Lundgren. speaking of Rocky IV, it's only an exhibition game. Happy birthday to Dolph and Karch Karai, all-time great in beach and indoor volleyball. Now he's the women's national coach. He's David. I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.